Welcome back to Q-Tips with Techie Cari. Today we're going to work on sharing permissions and different ways to share all of the different Google products. So let's get started. All right, we have started today with just a blank Google Doc. Now, if you look over here in the right-hand corner, you have that blue share button. You will see the blue share button inside of Google Slides, inside of Google Sheets, inside of Google Drawings. Every Google app, you will see the share button. So, whatever you learned today, you can apply it to all of those different situations. I know this doc is private to me for several reasons. First of all, there's a lock right here. That means no one can see this, it's just mine. And when I hover over it, Google reminds me, hey, that's private to only me at this time. So let's talk about sharing as a student. Most of the time, students are sharing a doc or a drawing or a slide presentation for group work inside of a classroom. So to share for a group, you're going to click on that share button. Now, there are a couple of things that students have to pay attention to. Let's say that a student is sharing a piece of writing and they only want the person that they are sharing it with to do some commenting. So they don't want them to mess with their writing, they just want them to provide them some feedback, like in editing or revising. So before that student shares this, they're going to click here and they're going to go to Can Comment, okay? And then they'll type in their person's name and then hit Send. Now, I shared that with my daughter, but oftentimes kiddos have similar last names. Maybe there's a teacher that works on the same campus with the same last name. And so let's pretend that a student accidentally shares it with the wrong person. So, not a big deal. This is really easy to fix. So what you do is you click on that share button again. Now it tells me that this is shared with Riley Orts. Now, it doesn't appear that you can really click on her name, but you can. And I can see right now that Riley can only comment. Now, if I accidentally shared this with the wrong person, maybe there's two Rileys on campus, I can quickly just X out and that person is no longer shared with. I don't have to worry about deleting the whole document and then freaking out because someone saw it. It's that easy to get rid of that person. And then you have to click Save. Okay? Now let's pretend that we're doing group work and we want everyone to be able to edit at the same time. So this time, you're going to leave this button alone. You're going to type in the person's name and pop up and then hit Send. Now you could add a note too, and you could say, I'm so excited to work on this project with you. Okay? Now you can add more people, so I'll add a different account there. And then you're going to hit Send. Now, let's pretend that someone leaves my group and they join a different group and I need to take them off of my doc. Once again, I'm going to go back to that button, and what I can do is I can either X them out completely, I can come right there, I can make them comment only, or I can make them view only. So lots of different options when it comes to sharing as a student. At the beginning of the school year, I have my students fill out a seating chart. And I could spend the time typing in all of their names, but I think it's a quick, fun activity for them to go in, pick their own font, change the color of their cell, and just kind of have fun. Now, the thing about this is that I wanted them to be able to edit it, but then I want to turn off editing rights. So let me show you how to do that. So once again, you're going to click Share. And right now, if I copied this link, my students would only be able to view the document, but I want them to edit and put their names in. So what you're going to do is click on this arrow by Can View, and you're going to change it where they can edit. The easiest way to send this link to your kiddos is to either copy it and put this in your learning management system like Google Classroom or maybe Schoology, or you can come up here to the bit.ly extension. Remember, extensions they all live in the Chrome Web Store if you want to get one. So when you use bit.ly, you're going to download the extension in the Chrome Web Store. And once it's all set up and you're signed in, you can click here. And then bit.ly is going to quickly give you this shortened URL. So if I didn't have a learning management system to copy that link into, I would just quickly create a bit.ly, and then I would show this on the board to my students and they would type it in. My middle schoolers were really quick and good at this. I literally would just say it out loud. Hey guys, bit.ly/33bc6rk. And they had it down. So you're going to hit save. And at this point, when I'm making the seating chart with my students, I would say, hey, you have 3 minutes to customize where you're sitting, and then I'm turning off your editing rights. Okay? So to turn off those editing rights, once your students finish with the seating chart, I'm going to click share again. I'm going to come up here and then I'm going to hit can view, and it's pretty much instantly that this changes, and your students will let you know when they can't edit anymore. Now, the reason that I want my students to still have access to this document, so that when we're doing group projects and they need to share something with a kiddo and maybe they don't know the kiddo's last name, they can easily pull up this seating chart. They can say, hey, Riley, I'm sharing this with you, and they don't have to ask Riley's last name. They don't have to ask how to spell names, and so forth. So that's one way that I love using sharing and turning editing rights on and off with students. Let's talk about sharing as an administrator. So administrators are always super busy at the end of the school year and at the beginning of the school year. But I'm going to show you an example for the end of the school year. Getting all of the teachers out of the school quickly and signed out of their rooms can be very stressful. So what I recommend you do is you create an end of year sign-up sheet. You have your dates, you have your time slots, and so forth. Now, to put a little pressure on your teachers, this is what you can do. You can share this doc with them, the sign-up sheet. And remember, this can be a Google Sheet as well if you like that format a little bit better. And what you can do is you can have all of those teachers shared on here. And what you can tell the teachers is this document will be live for 1 day. After that day, I will put you in your own slot. I will pick your slot for you. All right, so what we're going to do is you're going to click on this pencil, and you're going to come up here and hit Set Expiration. Okay? You can tell them exactly. You can say, hey, you have 7 days to fill this out. You have 30 days. Or you can say, hey, it's going to be this date at this time. I like that feature because it puts a little pressure on people if they need it. This is also good if it's something like, say that you've shared a document with your whole campus and you're giving them editing rights for 1 week, and then after that it kind of goes away. So it's a good way to put a timeline and time crunch on people, and then you don't have to worry about setting a calendar reminder, hey, in a week I need to turn this doc off, and so forth. Thanks for watching this episode. I would love for you to follow me on Twitter or Facebook. And I would love to hear suggestions what you would like to learn about next. I have lots of Q-tips in mind, but if you have something that you're really wanting to learn about or if you're really confused about, I would love to hear about it. So if you would like to comment below with the video, that would be great. If you want to send me a tweet or send me a message on Facebook, that would be awesome also. Thanks so much for watching.